Hi everyone, welcome to Meta Interview with Klara Kopi. Today we're here with Sultan, and he is the co-founder of Nestercity, a very cool project being built on Near. And also we have Mumtaz. She is assistant of the oh my god, I forgot the name. Assistant of the management. Is that it?
Yep, the assistant of
I'm
management
sorry.
team.
Management team. I'm sorry. How are you? How are you guys?
I'm doing fine. We are now in Indonesia. We're based in Jakarta, but 20 kilometers south, the place that I'm living.
Cool. How's the weather today?
The weather is quite hot. It's about 32 degrees Celsius right now outside, and yesterday
Yeah.
was just quite a rain. And now, yeah, mostly tropical weather, pretty much
Yeah, just
like in
like
Southeast
here.
Asian countries. Yeah.
Pretty much like Brazil.
Hmm. We have a lot of
So,
tropical rainforests.
oh yeah. So let's start by the beginning with your story and your background. Where did you came from? What do you think is important for people to know? What led you here building this project?
Okay. All right. My full name is Muhammad Sultan and Akbar. You guys can call me Sultan. Uh, I just newly graduated from civil engineering, construction management, and engineering from Delft University of Technology. I took my master's right there, but I graduated from a civil engineering bachelor in Indonesia, University of Indonesia. So Necessity is a project that consisted of a bunch of civil engineers and architects. We initially minted our project as an NFT project. We have 300 pieces of NFTs minted on Paras.id in the Near Protocol blockchain. What we think is important is that we need to create value that can leverage the existence of the architect, because right now what we see that there's a problem in terms of the copyright, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of works and costs. And sometimes architect feels like they're quite overwhelmed with the workload, the client's request, and also the complexity of the project. So given that Necessity is coming into the market, we hope that the architect can leverage and accelerate their monetizable 3D design and put it on the Web3 world, accelerated by blockchain, so that they can have their own creation recorded in a blockchain technology. That's basically what we think important in this type of project.
Oh, cool. And I saw that you have people that are actually architects working, building the project, right? That's very
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We have our own architects right now. We are a bunch of 8 people right now for working group, and next year we hope to expand our network. So we hope to create the architectural community that focuses on the building of 3D metaverse. But we would like to uh, brand ourselves and brand our community as the Web3 architects. So we built on Web3. We hope to have a digital autonomous organization, and to be more inclusive to our architects around the world, starting from Indonesia,
Cool.
because we are basically based in Indonesia.
Yeah, I've interviewed Pandu, the
Yeah, yeah,
Centricity,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
yeah, yeah. She's
I
our
love to.
advisor.
Yeah, I saw that your metaverses are somehow connected, and in the future there'll be this integration, right? That's very cool.
Yeah, yeah. There's an integration with project that Pandu also supervised, for example, Mirrored Social and Reality Chain. So for the
Yeah.
Mirrored Social, we expect that our metaverse right now, because currently we are using a Mozilla Hub as our engine. We expect that there is also interoperability with the Mirrored Town, which is developed
Mm-hmm.
by Reality Chain. That's actually
Yeah.
the idea behind that.
That is very cool because we're going to have a 3D space plus the 2D verse, right? And
Yeah,
I
exactly.
saw that they will also integrate the 3D verse their own. It's very cool that everything will be kind of, well, actually a metaverse with interoperability.
Correct. Yeah.
And And how was your transition from your previous work area to Web3 and blockchains? If there was some transition, do you think that happened, and how was it?
Yeah, basically the transition was very fast. So to be honest, I had no experience at all for the blockchain. I do heard about the blockchain, and some of my friends discussing about that, especially crypto and NFT. But
Yeah.
initially, the moment I started about blockchain is when we basically the real civil engineers and architect. We were running the business consultancy base for building architectural house or building stuff like that. And in February back in 2022, which this year we had sort of like a short call with Pandu. So we had a discussion, sort of like small discussions, and following after that, we have some follow-ups call, and then so the discussion builds up. So we discuss quite a substantial thing regarding to the collaboration project. So we see that there's a problem in architectural world, and then Pandu has the knowledge about the blockchain. So we have a joint collaboration to create this Nestercity project. So the transition went quite well because we are supported by a lot of really good people and talented with the adequate set of skills, and
Mm-hmm.
then the community is in that Pandu supervises also well, and we are supported with a lot of people that has a technical background and also basic in developing the NFT project, how to create the engagement in the social media, how to create the awareness so that NFT is not just only a piece of
Yeah.
art, but it has also the value that can improve people's life, basically, both from the creator and also for the users. That's basically how we transition ourselves. So, but at the moment, we are still consider ourselves as a student. So we don't consider ourselves necessarily as an expert in the blockchain. We just been up and running in the blockchain for about 5 months. We expect to learn more,
Mhm.
and we've achieved quite steps, but we're still miles to go in terms of blockchain. It's a lot of fun because sometimes we have something unexpected happening, and then
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of unexpected things is always sometimes bring a lot of lesson learned behind that.
Sure. Yeah. And the hardest times, sometimes we actually learn a lot. And well, Web3 is every day we learn something new because it's being developed as we are speaking, and everything is very new. Even year is a new project. It is what, 2 years old. Everything is very new right now, so we're building it. Well, actually, you are building it. I'm just recording it and talking to people. That's also very nice.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm really glad to have you here. Oh, actually, I bought two parcels, so I'm also an enthusiast of the project. So that's very cool. Metaverse
Oh,
DAO actually got one. As a DAO, we got one.
thank you very much for purchasing our NFTs. I hope you like it, and I hope that it can create an impact for your personal development as a NFT enthusiast and art uh, enthusiast.
Awesome. We're very excited to see how everything will build and grow. And yeah. And do you think that this affected you as your way to the way you worked, like before you coming to Web3 and blockchain? Did it change your daily life, or you feel that mostly you already do that?
Uh, for me, the way we dive into blockchain, it opens the new world because it connects a lot of people from different background and personalities. For
Yeah.
example, in one project we can see engineers, art creators, and accounting person, and people coming from the financial background. So it's really
Mhm.
multidisciplinary type of project. So despite that we are working right now, for example, in architectural thing, we are supported by those who are had the background in the IT services and business management consulting. So working in the Web3 is something that's really challenging, but at the same time, it opens a new world that it helps us basically to develop ourselves to be connected to the world beyond Indonesia. We have now the opportunity to meet the people from United States, from Brazil, from Beijing, from Dubai, from Singapore that we hadn't thought before we can have that when we were just doing the consultancy based architectural type of building. Now we are moving to something that is really, really seamless, and I think that there is no boundary right now because everything's now connected with the internet, and Web3 is more decentralized right now. There are the type of technology that exhibits the governance less the of the technology. So it's a good thing to explore. And in terms of my personal career myself, I'm a civil engineer now. I'm also working in the non-governmental organization for the sustainable transport. I see that a lot of opportunity can be also explored right there. For example, like the mobility, public transport, and electrification of electric vehicle using blockchain technology. For example, like a lot of EV technology right now, they don't open the information about the battery because there is a something that can make the data being misused. But there is some research regarding to the blockchain that would like to solve those kinds of problem. So I see that blockchain is now being more accepted by a lot of people because previously people know more about cryptocurrency, which is basically backed by blockchain, right? But what the blockchain offers is more than financing or the currency or just money that you can just invest. But there's a bigger picture in the blockchain that you can have, which is the technology that can solve a lot of human problems. From the very old problems. I mean, like for example, like congestions, emissions, and then excessive use of private cars, stuff like that.
Yeah, you're completely right. Blockchain opens a brand new world for possibilities to build and expand and build in a better way, in a smarter way. And yeah, very connected to everyone in the world. And yeah, like we are almost on opposite sides of the globe, and here we are doing something together. And this couldn't be very possible before. Well, actually could, because we're not using blockchain actually, but yeah, it connected us in some way. And also it's very interesting to see new possibilities being built all the time for artists, and like you are doing now with architects. And yeah, we have this whole new road to explore and build, and it's also very cool. And what do you think of DAOs? Are you involved in any DAOs, or do you intend to create one for your project?
Yeah, we are about to create the DAO, Central Autonomous Organization for Nestercity. We had something in mind. We have something in mind, which is Nester DAO. So it's basically gathers all architects around the world to create the decentralized governance where the architects can vote, can have their opinion. There is no leader right there to improve the way we improve the architect metaverse NFTs in the world. That's basically what we are aiming for. I'm still basically learning about DAO because we just introduced a DAO a couple of months ago. And gratefully we were admitted in the Octopus Accelerator program where we had an opportunity to present our decentralized autonomous organization concept. So basically the way we would like to improve our DAO in our previous idea is that we'd like to create a marketplace for architects. So the
Cool.
marketplace for minting the NFTs. But the way architects can mint their NFTs, it should be verified. So it's not like just a simple marketplace that everybody can maintain, but we have sort of like a niche NFT marketplace dedicated only to architects. So basically, architect can do the minting when they provide their credentials and information, their background, their professional, but it is verified by DAO. The way how it works, we are still learning in the progress, and hopefully by the end of this year, we have a full concept to deploy next year.
Cool. I'm excited to see it. So that this would be a closed marketplace, not for anyone. Someone would actually present their architectural, not architectural, architect credentials, and just for professional architects. Is that it?
It's pretty much like that, but there is also a possibility for those who would like to leverage themselves. For example, I'm totally have no experience for an architect, but I see that there is an opportunity. We can have sort of like the feature that can help them to leverage their design skills, because we see that everyone has the supposed to have the equal opportunity to be part of the community, right? So initially we have the intention to associate it with the architects, but we also would like to give the opportunity to people who would like to be the designers or the 3D architects to be part of our community, because everyone can be someone in this world now, where there's a limitless of information, boundaryless of learning materials. So we expect that Nestercity also can provide such a thing, but to do that in that expectation, we need to have a strong community that the community can also help those who would like to have learning abilities improve. We need to firstly have a strong community first, and then people who are able to also give the technicalities and guidelines and coaching and stuff like that.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited to see it. So yeah, where does the inspiration and the motivation to start this project came from, to start Nestercity and have a focus on bringing architects to the Web3?
Okay, so it was initially started by the fact that we as an architect, we design the real world building, right? Houses. And we see the phenomenon when the construction has finished, we see our 3D design just sit on the drive, right? On the Google Drive or the hard drive. So we see that there is no salvage or remaining value. So we were thinking about how can we leverage this value of 3D so that it can be have an after sales after or given the construction has finished. So that's why on February we had a discussion with Pandu, and then following to that we have also a continuous discussion. What else can we explore more? And basically utilizing the existing 3D assets is one of the most miraculous thing that came into our mind. So we as an architect see that the 3D can be used for multiple purposes, as for example NFT, game assets, and then also the AR, VR, and stuff like that. We see that a lot of graphics visualization in the website or game or video games, or in the video graphics, stuff like that. Almost 80% are associated with the architects, and we see that also people in the real world are also building, because house is a shelter, and shelter is an inseparable part of our lives. This is one of our basic necessities. So it's really important to note that that even the 3D piece, which is created from the real world, can have a real value. And we as an architect see ourselves that we sometimes overworking. Sometimes a lot of architects also get underpaid because their workload is pretty much the same like the those who are working the management consultant. But yeah, due to the fact that the complexity and the way we need to be, further advance our career, sometimes requires a lot of, uh, years of experience to be well considered. But now time has changing, uh, a lot of people now are diving into the architects, and sometimes those who would like to build their house, they requires architects that have multiple years of experiences, while sometimes a lot of people graduated from architectural studies every year. So that's why we'd like to leverage the ability of at least like uh, exiting students or the fresh graduate students can also be part of it and improve their own creation, for example, on the metaverse world, 3D world, game world, and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's very nice. And that's one of the things I like about Web3, creating opportunities for those who aren't being well paid and level the field. Because usually there's a lot of focus on technology regarding the devs, developers, and in this field now we're seeing actually a bunch of spaces being created for the creative people, for architects, artists, designers, and that's very cool to see all those opportunities being created all the time. And so why did you choose to build on Near Protocol?
Okay, the reason why we built on Near Protocol is that first and foremost, because Pandu is the one who came from Near Protocol, so
Yeah.
the first technology that was introduced is Near Protocol. But uh, more beyond that, it's basically Near Protocol. It just they they they've been up and running for about 2 years, and yeah, they have a really strong community. They have a really strong support. I mean, it's really easy to be connected with the board from Near Protocol people, and then really easy to hop on a meeting with them. And we see that Near Protocol have really multidisciplinary projects. So it's not only about finance or cryptocurrency, but they also have various projects that aims to solve the real world problem. For example, like those who are underappreciated or uh, underlooked in terms of the art creation. There's a Paras, there's a Mintbase, there are some in the NFT marketplace. Those who are afraid of being their medical data used or misused, there is a debio. When we also see that there is a lot of people are trying to shift their business into the Web3 world, but it's really hard and it's really costly to build blockchain infrastructure. There is a octopus network right there to solve the problem, and the protocol is really open and it has a really good interoperability. And in terms of the community, they are really strong. So for me personally, I'm impressed with the way that the Nino protocol build the technology that is open and accessible to the people. So the transparency is one of the most important things that become the consideration from ourselves. And then second is the way we, do or operate the business. We need to have a strong community, and we see that the Nino protocol serves us, well in that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, in your community, from what I've been seeing since I started working here, it's very tight. People help each other all the time. And there's this possibility of creating a DAO that's actually very, very easy to create a DAO and run it. And so, yeah, it's been very interesting to see it all uh, being created because, well, I'm an artist, so I don't have a lot of experience as a developer. Even though I'm here working on the Web3 since the beginning of the year, my husband is also an artist and part of the Metaverse DAO. So yeah, we're a family working on Web3. So it's very cool. Uh, yeah, and what are your thoughts on the Metaverse? How do you think that having a virtual space on the metaverse is helping you reach your objectives. And yeah, how do you think that benefits people having a metaverse space?
Yeah, for me personally, when the Web2 meeting platform came in, it's quite hard to accept that, oh, this is now the reality. We have a virtual meeting, and then we have meeting on a screen, but we have a
Yeah.
really limited way to move in back and forth. Now the existence of the metaverse, it allows a lot of people right now to have a real life virtual meeting, even though it's not 100% physical, but people can more feel the presence. We can use our VR to have enhanced reality. We can use the architectural design within the metaverse, so it can mimics the way that the physical world look like. So
Yeah.
the metaverse help at least enhance the experience of those who are entering the metaverse, to have a physical interaction more natural rather than the existing Web2 platforms, as you may know. Right now we are having the interview in the Web2 platform. Right now it's in the Zoom interview, but based on my experience working in the metaverse, we can have more enhanced collaborative meeting, and the interaction is more natural, and we pretty much can also do everything that the Web2 has, and even we have the improved experience from that. And there's also the value added from the metaverse that we have right now, that we are experiencing the benefit of. Now we are having a collaboration with ASAC. That's one of the biggest NFT projects in their protocol, right? And we just realized that the exhibition can be done in the metaverse. I mean, people used to come to the museum or the venue hall, which sometimes costly to see the arts. Now we have 3D arts, digital arts, and the exhibition represents that now even digital creation can be represented in the metaverse, and a lot of people can come in and see it. And it is a really seamless integration, because the metaverse can be integrated with the NFTs that is minted on the Paras, and then those who come in can just immediately click the link, and people can just put their intention whether they want to buy or not. So it offers a more accessibility, I would say, having a metaverse in our development.
Yeah, if you were on a gallery or on a museum, it wouldn't be that easy to say, oh, I like this art, I want to buy it. How I do that? You just click and go there and buy it, and you are in direct touch with the artists. And if you want, there's their socials, and you can say, oh, I loved your art, I would like to buy something else. And yeah, you have everything integrated in one place, and there's without so many people in between you and the artists. And yeah, that is easier to do everything, and that's very interesting. And I saw that the launch of this space for this project would be today, right?
Yeah, it's launching today. This
Cool.
time
It already happened, or it's happening?
it's happening now.
Yet?
It's happening
Oh,
now.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, so you just stay tuned on our Twitter and then see what happens.
Nice. Maybe I can record some scenes to add to the footage. It would be cool.
Yeah, that will be fine.
Did you create a special place for them?
Yeah, for the exhibition, we created a special place. So the collaboration is with ASAC. ASAC represents the ape, right? So we're trying to create the metaverse or the venue that represents the tropical rainforest. and then the habitats of apes, basically. So forest, greenery, trees. So that's how we do it. So it's a dedicated place, I would say.
Cool.
Yeah,
Let's see it.
yeah. You can just see it. Perhaps you've seen some of our upcoming information on our Twitter. You can see it further later when we have released the link to there.
Sure, it'd be awesome. Yeah. So, what are your plans for the future regarding your project and your expanding and improving your metaverse presence? What are you trying to build and add on top of your project?
Yeah. First of all, our closest agenda is that we'd like to have an integration with the Mirror Town and Reality Chain 3D. That's the first thing we would like to achieve before the end of this year. Second, we at the same time would like to build the Nestercity DAO, decentralized autonomous organization that encompasses architects initially from Indonesia and to be expanded worldwide to leverage their existence and also to prompt their 3D architectural designs worldwide to the users, industry, in terms of game, constructions, and engineering applications. And then we would like to, brand Nestercity as a meta architect as a service or MaaS. So meta architect refers to the metaverse architecture. We would like to, raise awareness to the community, to the people, to the collectors that the architect creates a metaverse, has an impact to improve the meeting experience, the exhibition, and the way people meet in the virtual world. That's basically the phrase that we would like to offer, and we also see the opportunity from many companies. For example, a lot of companies have a full online setting or perhaps hybrid setting where basically when they would like to have an event or maybe interview with their candidates or perhaps just having some fun with their employees, they sometimes have a separated boundary because of the place or time differences where not everyone can come in due to the physical distance, right? So we like to be there and to offer the service to the companies that we can reach at our close distance and beyond.
That's awesome. And well, I was going to ask what are you working on now, but I think you pretty much touched the subject. But would you like to say something else about what you're building and working on?
Yeah, I think we as a Nestercity see a lot of opportunity in terms of NFT, but beyond that, we we feel that we as an architect or civil engineers, at least myself, can create an impact to our fellow engineers and designers because we know that study in the engineering school is something that is really painful to achieve. A lot of mechanics, physics. Also, sometimes architects they have to learn physics, mathematics, and stuff like that. But sometimes architects just want to do the design, and to achieve that degree, it takes a lot of work. Sometimes, tiredness, and the reality in the career is that it's not always going that easy because due to the competitiveness in consultancy industry, the consultancy industry they request someone who have more experience, have multiple types of clients, and have been able to do a lot of type of designs and specific complexity. Now we would like to prompt their existence so that they can leverage and monetize their creation more so that they can basically improve their experience, improve their connection, improve their worthiness in the industry. So that's basically what we are trying to put the message on the market, especially for our upcoming community.
Great. And what legacy would you like to leave for future creatives, builders, architects, engineers?
Could you please repeat the question again?
Sure. What legacy, like what would you like to leave as a project that's being built? What would you like to leave in the future for people who are coming after? Like
All right.
you want.
Okay, that's clear. We hope that the metaverse architecture could be part of the education that is being researched in university, being researched in the consultancy industry, to be part of the surface in the real world also. That we expect that the NFTs that we created, even sometimes it considered as a sci-fi building or the imaginary building, can be realized in the real world. So the technology that we exhibit, at least in the NFT, can also solve, for example, the sustainability problem, energy problem, and density problem in the uh, development of the city. And yeah, basically the way we derive the name Nestercity is we would like to create a city that is nestable by the community. That is, the people can nest right there in the city. We know that the city is characterized with the compactness and density. A lot of people sometimes, problems, issues, and we expect that we can, deliver the legacy to the academics and consultancy industry so that they can, put the awareness right there. So derive from the way we do from the NFT project.
Cool. And if you could give some words of wisdom to those who are coming, who's starting on the Web3 now, what would you like to say to them?
Keep building. That's it. Keep
That's a
building on the
good
blockchain.
advice.
Keep
Yeah,
building on the blockchain.
yeah, that's good advice. Don't give up. It's hard, but you get there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I loved our interview. Would you like to say something else? Have anything I didn't ask? Anything you would like to add to about your project or what's coming in the future, other than what you already said?
I think I've said all of the things that thinking in my mind. Maybe from Mumtaz, if there is something to say, go ahead.
No, I think everything already been said by Sultan.
Oh, great.
Okay, all good then. I'm good from my end.
Oh, that's great. Then we can wrap it up and record some scenes on the metaverse. It was a great pleasure having you both here. Thank you for coming and joining me to this interview. Hope to see a lot of you in the future, what you're building. And yeah, I'm excited to see the future of this project.
Okay, thank you very much, Clara, for the time, and we're very honored to be
Thank
here.
you.
And we wish you have a good day.
You too. It was
Thank
awesome to receive you. I'm sorry.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. It was great. Thank you for joining us. Bye. See
Bye.
you.